You are listening to another episode of the Greater Than Audio Bible, Beatboxing Edition. I want to chat to you today about the crucifixion of Jesus. Now, I do understand that you've probably heard this sermon in various ways, but today out of Luke 23 verse 32 to 43, we see where the crucifixion is taking place. We see the process where Jesus is crucified, where he's going through the passion of the Christ, where he's going through all the different things, and they hit the nails into his hands and into his feet, and he's on the cross. And there's a whole bunch of things that he says on the cross, but one of the things specifically is where he says, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." And it's powerful for me to think that that's the best place to start forgiving people. Isn't a year after they've done it and after you've dealt with it and had meetings and counseling about it. You must forgive in the moment the offense takes place. The reason being, if Jesus did it that way, then surely there's a mystery, or surely there's a key in that, because as they were busy inflicting hurt, as they were inflicting pain on him, he forgave them on the spot. But something profound happens in this moment. One of the two criminals crucified with him heard this. And at a later stage, he asked Jesus, "Remember me when you go into paradise." So in other words, he saw this entire thing play off. He saw what was happening. He heard this man ask God to forgive the people that were innocently crucifying him. He knew he was in the presence of something or someone greater than what he has ever known. And he must have known the stories and the prophecies of the Christ that would come. And he realized in that moment that he was in the midst of a turning point moment. He realized that if he asked for forgiveness, even at that point, that this God that he was seeing asking for forgiveness at the point of pain inflicted upon him, he knew that if he asked him for forgiveness, that he would be granted forgiveness. And true to Jesus' word and true to the word of God, Jesus said to him, "Today you will be with me in paradise." There was also another criminal who was not interested. In that place, you would think that someone who sees, because they both saw everything happening. One chooses Jesus, one denies Jesus, and both made a choice. So today I want to challenge you. If you have not chosen Jesus, you have made a choice. If you have chosen Jesus, stick to your choice, stay firm in the Word, remain in prayer, stay in fellowship with people that are like-minded and equally yoked, and stir up the gift of God on the inside of you. So let's read now out of Luke 23 verse 32 to 43 and see what the Word says on the crucifixion. Two other men, both criminals, were also led out with him to be executed. When they came to the place called the Skull, there they crucified Jesus, along with the criminals, one on his right and the other on his left. Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." And they divided up his clothes by casting lots. The people stood watching, and the rulers even sneered at him. They said, "He saves others. Let him save himself if he is the Christ of God." The soldiers also came up and mocked him. They offered him wine vinegar and said, "If you are the King of the Jews, save yourself." There was a written notice above him which read, "This is the King of the Jews." One of the criminals who hung there hurled insults at him. "Aren't you the Christ? Save yourself and us." But the other criminal rebuked him. "Don't you fear God," he said. "Since you are under the same sentence, we are punished justly, for we are getting what our deeds deserve. But this man has done nothing wrong." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus answered him, "I tell you the truth. Today you will be with me in paradise." I loved sharing with you today. It was awesome spending time with you. For more info, please check out my blog at www.lucaskorf.com. And remember, love God, love people, love life, and live a life worthy of a legacy.